Welcome back to the channel Destination Destiny, and the name of my van that I'm busy building. Thought I'd just give you a rundown on the electrics that I've done here. I have a 400 watt solar panel up on the roof, and that comes down to the solar isolator here that I have here, and that comes into a set of bus bars and fused across these bus bars here, part of this 1000 links setup I've got here. And in addition to that, I've got the standard DC to DC controller coming from the front battery, and so any excess voltage from the alternator would then feed across to the DC to DC controller, and again also fused back onto the bus bar system, distribution system over here. For my main supply, I've got a 320 amp hour lithium battery over here, and that feeds in across into the shunt. You can see the shunt over here, also back onto the bus bar system, and with an isolator, and also fused as well. Everything is fused in my van. Everything, for every single circuit is fused. It may sound like an overkill, but coming from an electrical background, I cherish the value of having protection on every single layer I've got. This is my 1600 watt inverter, which converts 12 volts to 240 volt DC, AC from DC to AC. And so I've got two double sockets in the van providing power for mains outlets. In addition to that, of course, that's fed through from these mains controllers over here. I'll show you over here. So this is providing shore power. Should I need it, I can plug into shore power. To date, I've never needed to whatsoever. I've had no need for shore power. That's how efficient the system is. And then I have my main circuits over here, which are just, as you can see there, for the fridge, the water heater, the trimmer system, and the two double sockets that I've got. In addition to that, I have two 12 volt fused panels, one on this side of the van and one towards the front above where the trimmer is. I'll show you now. But here you can see, for example, the way I've labeled the water pump, the reading lights, the fridge, the quartz igniter, the USB port, the ceiling lights, and the gas alarm, which you can see right next door here. So I haven't finished totally all the wiring. All the wiring is completed, but just to get it all trunked in, you can see some of it across the top there, running across the whole van. But I thought I'd just give you an idea of my electrical system. Everything is fused, everything is switchable, everything is protected, both from an AC and a DC perspective. I've got some really big earthing coming down onto the chassis and onto the neutral bus bar for the whole van, of course. So I thought I'd give that just an idea. I can show you the other panel I've got here, which is just providing supply for everything on this side of the van. So all my max fan, for the shower light, for the extractor fan, for the USB ports that are up here. There's some USB ports here. I haven't finished, none of this is finished yet. This is all going to be built in with some overhead cabots over here. And then my trimmer system, which is sitting down in the bench seat there. Everything works extremely efficiently in this van. I've just with a solar supply, I've never had to plug into shore power or campsite. Even though I've been on campsites, I've never had to run out of power, as it were. That's how efficient this Victron system is. So now it's just a case of tidying up all my cabling, getting all the cabinetry in, and we're not far to go now before the finished product. I highly recommend Victron and highly recommend the services of Tiny Electrics. They really helped me. Even though it's expensive, Victron are really expensive, I have yet to have any issues with my electric. And it gives you that peace of mind, knowing that everything is protected, everything is fused, everything is switched, and I'm really, really happy with this system that I've got here. I've tried and tested it, and I've used it extensively already on some systems, on some trips, and really, really happy with it. It makes it easy to maintain. I'm building a cover to go over all of this, but of course it'll allow free air to come through these heat sinks across the back here. And of course this whole panel is movable. I can get to all the wiring behind here very, very easily, coming down off this trunking down here, and of course going across to my 240 volt supply for the fridge, and the rest is just the 12 volt supply for the fridge, igniter for the quartz igniter for the stove. So it just makes it so much easier to work, knowing everything is protected, everything is fused, and really easy to get to, maintenance free. Even though there is a cover coming over this, it's just basically to stop anything touching or hitting it, but it's still allowing air to circulate around these devices to keep them cool. They all rely on free movement of air through the system. So I hope you enjoyed my quick whistle stop tour of my electrical system. Really happy with it. It works really well, very efficient, and I've yet to struggle with a lack of supply. I haven't even been to many campsites, but I've never had to even switch on the shore power protection or use that. It is there if I need it. There's a connection on the back on the other side of the van on the outside.